Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Let's Talk Ball. I am Twitch, and today I am joined by the goddess of editing, Beth Boulevard. How are you today?
I'm awesome. Thank you so much for having me. This is really,
It's fine, honestly.
really exciting.
Really happy you agreed to come on for this interview. If you guys don't know who Beth is, you really should. Her content is it's eye catching. That it's just it draws you in.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
So how are you today? How's things?
I'm really good. It's nice and warm and sunny in Australia today, and so that's always good.
That's a very good. That's a very good start on another day. That's hot. England just rain. Always
Oh,
rain.
so I've heard the stereotypes are right.
They're too true.
Too real.
So that's one. So let's go. So what made you want to get into YouTube? First, so what made you want to create this?
Okay, so I feel like my channel has undergone a Pokemon type um, evolve thing, where I initially started YouTube just after I'd finished high school, and I wasn't going into a media course at that time, and I just wanted to keep that as a creative outlet and not let it fade away. But then when I changed university courses, um, my whole life is now literally 24/7 thinking about film and TV and being creative, and so it's changed from being a side project to me exercising my mind every single day. And so it's just me indulging my love of it, essentially. So
That's
yeah,
that's what I love when you're able to connect things that you want to do as a path forward as a job, connect it to stuff like YouTube.
yes, yeah, absolutely.
Because there's one video for me that you did that I want to talk about, and it's actually the most recent video, which I really enjoy watching, and I really made think was the video about alcohol.
Oh yes.
Because there's a lot of people who, but you straight up, they're just honest about it and your experience of it, which I really thought was really cool.
I had that video scheduled, and then in my like recommended videos, a video came up, and they were talking about how people on YouTube overshare, and there was just like this hint of, oh no, is this being too much? But I think honestly, stuff like that, it's topical and it's in everyone's life, and there's no need to sort of hide that because it is like such a important thing to be open about.
How long would you spend on a video? So
Oh wow.
let's say for example, I know you did a video called a typical Wednesday, or when it was one where the editing on that was, you could tell, was just so in. Like, how long did you spend on that?
So I filmed that just over one day, and then honestly, I went to bed that night. It was about 10:30, and I thought, maybe I'll just choose some music, and then I can finish editing this in the next couple of days. And by the time midnight rolled around, it was finished, and I was like, "Whoops, that's fine though. I'm gonna be very tired tomorrow, but hey, it's done."
I've got something. No, but it was very good. I love because you can tell, like, anyone watches your content can tell the effort you put into your videos,
Oh,
and
thank
that's
you.
speaking from someone who's watching, because we see we see this, and it's like we're getting a bit of your personality. We're getting a bit of you from through the videos. Like the passion sorry, the passion you have for it is clearly visible from the videos you create.
I'm glad that's coming across because obviously I sort of have the perspective of being someone who sees all elements of like the creation process, and so I sort of often wonder how someone on like the other end, how it comes across. That's actually really cool to hear. Thank you.
It's fine. Thinking because you can also because before the interview, I looked through quite a bit of your content from start and going in. There's you can tell, like, there's a point where your content, from what I saw, took a change, and you've kept that point to now.
There's literally a very, very obvious shift in the kind of content I make, and I can tell. I can go back and be like, okay, from here down, that could all be deleted, and my channel would still make sense. It's essentially, yeah, it's like having an old channel still on this channel, but I keep it there as, I don't know, a reminder of, of not wanting to go back to something where I felt like I had to make certain content because, I don't know, it felt very forced. And so it's just, a good reminder, I guess.
That's for every YouTube, isn't it? Like we have these videos just to remind ourselves, like, wow, when I started, I was doing this, and now I'm here doing this kind of content. The change, because for me and Snake's channel, our first video was us doing a try not to laugh, and with a twist. And then now just doing a podcast when you can see the change what happened with the thing. Even with a channel, you can tell change. So it is important to keep, for me personally, keep old videos on your channel so you know.
You see origin stories and like character development, and you can sort of look back and say, wow, I've actually progressed as a creator. Otherwise, you sort of tend to forget that you're actually building your skills.
Definitely. So do you have anything planned for the future? Any big projects you're planning on doing?
Big projects. Honestly, well, I have a good solid 5 months of holidays at the end of this uni semester, and so I would love to really spend some good time working on something a lot bigger, because at the moment I have uni 5 days a week, so it's sort of hard to. I quite like the short little videos because I could just sort of do it quickly, upload it, and I like having the consistency. So it works in with my schedule. But yeah, with bigger blocks of time, I would love to spend. I'm planning to plan a sort of bigger scale abstract film, perhaps. So that's definitely something I'm considering doing in the near future. Because I've had some great feedback on that sort of stuff, and that always surprises me. I don't know why. I never expect anyone to like my stuff, and so when someone comments I liked it, I'm always like, wow, like that's awesome, thank you.
I don't think any content creator expects someone to like their stuff. Especially for us as small creators, we're looking like, oh my god, thank you, oh my god, no. It's like that. It's that kind of like instance where someone will leave a nice comment, or someone will give you like a chat on Twitter. It's like, oh wow, thank you.
Yeah. It's really, you never take it for granted, especially on like small YouTuber sort of side of things. You never take for granted that you're going to get, people are going to like your stuff, and so it's so nice that people do like the kind of content that I'm making, because this is exactly what I want to be making. It's sort of like, wow, I can actually do exactly what I want, and people like it. So it's really nice.
That's brilliant. Like from as a viewer, like I said earlier, I do really enjoy your content, because you can just tell like your music video about, you talk about music, you talk about like how you feel when you listen to a song. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Just when you're walking around, you listen to a song, you just picture like a little image in your head. It's like, yeah,
exactly. Yeah, I used to take so many, like I have to drive quite a long way from where I'm living in the city to my parents' house, and so in my car with music is just like, I don't know how many music videos I've made up in my head on those journeys.
What would you say is your favorite song then?
Oh, holy moly! Okay, wow. Well, I've recently my favorite song of all time is a different kettle of fish altogether. But at the moment, I'm sort of into. I've discovered Ali X. I really like her stuff. It's really she's got some like nice abstract videos that go along with it. It's a bit like left of center, but really, really good, well-structured songs with some killer lyrics. So that's what I'm kind of into at the moment.
Nice one.
Yeah.
For me, it's like I'm one of these people who change their music genre. I went from listening to dubstep to relax to heavy metal to because
my CD collection is behind my head right now, and it's from High School Musical, Lord of the Rings soundtrack, Boston, Kansas, Fallout Boy. Like, it's just all over the shop, man.
Have you played Life is Strange?
No, I haven't.
Have you,
But
you've
my
got
sister is a massive, massive fan, and so I do know a lot about it because she does like she loves drawing it and that sort of stuff.
the
So
music is absolutely beautiful in that.
yes, yeah, she has showed me that.
So here's one. So I want to know. So who's your inspiration for per se for like doing media, doing all this creative stuff? Like, was there someone who inspired you to do it, or what do you know what I mean?
Okay, I don't think there wasn't like one specific instance that made me think, gosh, I want to do that. I think it was just my exposure to films in general, and like my first video I made ever was like just a little holiday compilation video because it was a project at school, and then I discovered how to use Windows Movie Maker, and I got excited and was like, wow, look at me, I can make amazing things
Yeah.
with shitty titles. And you look at them now and it's like, oh god, that font is terrible. But I just got an obsession with capturing moments like that. And then sort of when I got into YouTube, it was like, wow, other people do that too. That's really cool. I just sort of I grew with it. It was always something there. It just sort of grew, I guess. It wasn't really a specific moment in time where I thought, well, this is going to be it.
This is going to be the moment where I do this. No, that's really good. It's just like it was a progressive thing where you kept on building, you kept on enjoying it, and it's got to a point where it's like, right now I really like this, so I want to do this.
Yeah, exactly. It just became like the obsession just grew over however many years it's been, which is really quite nice because I sort of a lot of my friends, in terms of like leaving school and stuff, they sort of just didn't really have like an obsession or something that they really wanted to follow, and I always sort of did, and so I've often wondered how that would be, and so I've always been very like happy that I've had that like underlying drive always there.
Hmm. Well, so, like going back to what we were saying about like people commenting, like the community that we have here is absolutely phenomenal. I've got to give a shout out to
Oh,
YouTube because with YouTube's I would not have found your content.
oh, I love review tubes.
Oh, he's introduced me to
Love
so
it.
many people. Yeah, and like because people, I know a lot of people like cocktails and consoles. Although many of those people who I've met through YouTube help me out so much. It's just the community that we have on the small YouTube community is just phenomenal.
Yeah, it's really lovely. I've met so many. I have more friends on YouTube than I have in real life, and that's yeah. And I'm not even mad. That's awesome because the people I do meet on the internet, like one of the friends I met on YouTube, she came and visited me when she was in Australia, and we got our first tattoos together. Like sort of like my best friends that I'll have like for the rest of my life I've made through this, which is crazy because the internet was such a bad, scary place, and don't talk to
Oh yeah,
people that you don't know on the internet.
that's the mentality we grew up with when it came out. It's like his parents like, be careful what you do on there. There's some very sketchy people, which there are, but there's also a really good side to YouTube or good side to the internet. Like
Yeah,
let's keep the bad stuff away. Just focus on the positive stuff on YouTube on the internet, which is brilliant. And you get to see so many creative projects, so many things, and also there's things that are not so creative, but it still comes all together.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, there's sides to sort of every sort of creative platform that you think, I don't know if this should be on here, but there's no way to monitor that. And as long as we just do what we want to do and are happy with that, then that's all that really matters at the end of the day.
No, of course. No, as long as, like I said, as long as you just keep doing what you feel is right and you keep just focusing on your content, it will always improve. Because of course, every
Yeah, exactly.
creator, even the top ones, are not perfect. They still have miles upon miles of way to improve their content. Like let's take PewDiePie for example. For me, he's got to a point where he's able to feel good with his content, and a lot of people are liking it. For me,
Mm.
I'm at a point where I'm like, this is good, but I enjoy doing it. I can do a lot better, which I plan to. I'm sure that's the same with you and any other creator on this platform. It's
Yes.
just about finding what you like and just adding to it.
Yeah, we're just practicing. Like this is just us learning, um, getting better skills, and learning like even practical things like different programs and all that sort of
Speak,
thing.
yeah.
Like,
Like,
yeah,
what program do you use? Do you use Vegas or Adobe Pro?
I use Premiere Pro and a little bit of After Effects.
Nice. I bought the
Mm.
student bundle the other day, but my laptop won't run it. I'm upset. But I've got.
No.
But I used to use Premiere Pro in college last year, so definitely
Yeah,
gonna be using it again this year. And of course, because I'm doing a media course as well, so that fit in.
yeah,
What?
I went from like a movie maker to iMovie to Premiere Pro, and that's sort of it. I haven't ever tried any of the others.
Like it's the worst thing ever trying to move to a different editing software.
Yeah, and so I'm quite happy with this. I'm like I'm not gonna try and confuse myself. I stick
I'll
to what I
stick to
know, minimize the confusion.
brilliant. So, do you have any sort of throwing out the break to wrap it up? Do you have any words of advice to anyone watching? So, there's someone who feels that like maybe they're not happy with their content. Do you reckon you have anything to say to them?
Yes. Yeah. I actually kind of get this a lot. Like people message me on my Instagram sometimes, and I'm like, "Oh, look at the message. Yes, hello." And they ask me like how to start YouTube and how to get views, and I'm like, "Well, if you did views, you dug yourself a hole because that's what I used to do. Um, I was doing it because I wanted to get more views and more subscribers, and it doesn't work. The only thing this YouTube, there's no perfect algorithm. You can't do something and gonna guarantee that you're gonna get famous.
No.
There's no 2 + 2 = fame. Um, the only thing that you can do is make content for yourself and make sure that you're having fun. Because if nothing else, that's what you're left with. And if you're having fun, then that's worth
Of
in
course.
itself. You've got to make sure that, yeah, and that's what I'm doing now, and that's why I've sort of fallen in love with it again because I've allowed myself to do exactly what I want and have fun with it and not worry about the sort of politics of YouTube hierarchy and all that sort of mumbo jumbo advertising garbage.
I can
I just want to make stuff because it's fun and I like it.
I couldn't have put any bit of myself, of course. Just do it because having fun, and if it happens, it happens. But just don't let
Yeah,
that
but
fuel your
yeah,
passion for it.
yeah, that should not be your end game. Your end game should be to have fun and make some friends,
Brilliant.
like anything else. Yeah.
Today we have on this very special episode of Let's Talk Ball, we've had the wonderful Beth Boulevard on for the interview. Beth, thank you so much for coming on today. It was an absolute
Oh
honour.
gosh, don't. Oh gosh, don't thank me. I've had so much fun. This is really, really exciting. So, thank you so
Guys, if you
much.
haven't checked out Beth's content at all, please do. I'll be linking her. Mind fart. I will be linking her channel in the description, and including her Twitter. If you want to go hit her up on Twitter, she's lovely for conversations on there. You have a laugh. Beth, thank you for coming. And as always, guys, if you like this video,
Oh, thank
hit the
you.
thumbs up button. Go and check out Beth. And as always, we'll see you later. Bye bye.